As a soon-to-be professional YouTuber, I realize that one thing I'm missing is a catchphrase, because I feel like all of us, not them, us, have something to say. And I think that Morning Fam is definitely the one I should use, because then the entire community will now be my family. I'm sure that that's been used many times, but tried and true is what I'm going for. Anyway, so today I woke up a little bit late, and so breakfast was already there. It was about 10 o'clock, and I wasn't hungry. Then lunch came, and lunch looked very unappetizing, so I just ate breakfast. And now dinner came, and now I have lunch and dinner. So let's roll down to it. Okay, on the right here we have lunch. On the left here we have dinner. Lunch is extremely cold, even colder than it was normally, so it's going to be less delicious. Not only that, the main dish is fried fish, which I am not a fan of. But as we're starting our patented 10-point rating system, shout out to Sammy for having this fantastic idea. It might have been Zeely, but I think it was Sammy. Let's go down to it. All right. So I'm somehow have to switch to my face. Actually, no, I'll try each thing separately. First, I'll go over them. So we got the fish. We got kimchi. We always have kimchi. We have the eggplant, squash. This is just dried seaweed. That's it. It's just dried seaweed. And then that same mystery meat dish that we had. I'm going to go over dinner after I try all of them. Start with the main meal. All right, this is the fish. It comes with honey mustard, which seems like an exciting sauce to have in it. Wow. That's a lot of breading. A lot of breading. The consistency, it's almost like the breading turned a little gelatinous because it's been sitting out for so long. And the taste tastes like white fish. So we'll give this a strong, and the aftertaste is really bad. This might be the second worst thing I've had after the anchovies. We'll give this a strong 2, because those anchovies were the one. Woo! Kimchi. Piercing is the best term I'd use for it. It is very fragrant, much more so than some of the other ones I've had. And I can't say I love it. Give it a strong 4. Some of the other ones were about a 6. So we'll see if it's the same as the dinner one. As you recall, the eggplant is cooked for a long time. I don't know how the eggplant is cooked, but it's cooked for a long time. So it has that beautiful, just really almost octopus-like slimy consistency. No, snail. We'll say snail. The flavor is really quite good for this, but it just is really hard to eat with that consistency. So if it were warm, this would be a strong 7. But as it is not warm, it goes... Is it better than the kimchi, though? I think because of how surprised I was of how good it is, it's a 5. It's a 5. Yeah, well, let's go with that. We have the squash. And then some carrot. That's awful. That's actually awful. It is sour in a way that I don't understand. Almost like it tastes sort of like it's been cooked in rancid butter. You know that sort of like off taste that happens whenever you have rancid butter? That's what it tastes like. That is a 3, and because it's so bad, it kicked the eggplant up to a 6 single-handedly. The dried seaweed. Fantastic. I think it's really, really good. That's a 7. That's actually, don't love kim, which is dried seaweed normally, but this might actually, it's gonna be really hard to see, but this actually isn't the chopped up. This is full pieces of the seaweed, but it's very, very thin, and actually, I think it's very good. Actually, an 8. I think I'm gonna give it an 8 because that's actually, I could snack on that. I could snack on that all day with rice. The mystery meat tastes like mystery meat. It's hard to see. They're really big pieces of fat in this. Very large. But, you know, processed meat is good. Put lots of MSG in it, a lot of salt. Onions are good. Onions are always good. Milk, that's great. That's a 7. That's a 7. So we have mystery meat as a 7. We have our kim or seaweed as an 8. We have strong 3 with the squash, really bad. Really bad. A 6, we jumped up to a 6 with this eggplant. We have a 4 with our kimchi, and then a 2, and then a 2. It was awful. All right. Okay, so we have fried dumplings, which most likely be pretty good. This is spicy chicken, most likely, which is mostly pretty good. This is a specific Asian type of mushroom, which I like this mushroom a lot. I think they're called wood ear mushroom, maybe? Wood ear? So this is interesting. I bet nobody really has had this before. This is called moktori. So moktori is acorn. So this is acorn jelly. And I don't know exactly how they make it. There are 2 different types. I don't know how they're different. I think it's literally ground up acorn, and then specific type of acorn, and then you turn it into a jelly. And it is jelly, man. It's jelly. These are black beans, which we'll see if I can show you the consistency at the end. And then I think this is duck, actually. This very red color normally means it's duck, but when I eat it, we will know. This meal looks like it's mostly gonna be a lot better than lunch. So we're gonna do the opposite way. We'll start with the kimchi, see how it compares to lunch, and then we'll move down the side dishes and finish with our main course. It's the same, exactly the same. It's just, it has a fire, you know, whenever whenever the kimchi has been aged for a long time, like over 6 months, it gets softer and softer, and it gets pungenter and pungenter. Okay, so let's talk about these black beans for a second. These black beans, Ga-young hates black beans. And I think the reason why is because she grew up eating these beans. The way they cook beans is, I don't know. I don't know how they cook beans, because they cook them forever, but somehow they're still extremely hard. Like, if you go sometime to Mexican food restaurants, and the borracho beans are massively, massively undercooked. And so it's just, you bite it, and it just doesn't mush. It's just stuck. Oh, see? It's exactly like that, where you can't smush it. Like, I'm pushing really hard, and it will not squish at all. Well, that was a mistake. So they're really bad. Like, these are really bad. Like, they're sweet. They put soy sauce, most likely soy sauce, sugar. Soy sauce, sugar. Almost licoricey. And sesame seeds on it. So these are a strong 4. It's not difficult to eat bad. It's just, why am I eating this bad? So there's a difference. That's the 4 bad. The 4 bad is why am I eating this? All right, let's move on to our acorn jelly. All right, there are 2 different kinds of acorn jelly, but I think they taste almost exactly the same from my memory. So inside, it has almost no flavor. So really all it tastes like to me is sesame oil, because that's what they cook it in, I think. And I'm gonna be honest, I like sesame oil a lot. Would I eat this if I had the choice? No. If it was in front of me, would I eat it? Yes. So this is a 5, you know? It's I wouldn't not eat it. Well, the beans, I mostly would just not eat. If they were like, if I didn't care about being polite. All right. The mushrooms have bell peppers in them as well. So let's try to hit with the bell pepper. So I think they're a little bit too oily. If they were less oily, they'd be more delicious. It's just, I feel like the beans aren't really oily, but the jelly is oily. And this is kind of oily. It doesn't taste bad. Like, I like these mushrooms. How do they have seasoning? I don't think there's much. I think they just have oil, salt, sesame seeds. Everything has sesame seeds. And they're cooked with onions and green peppers. So, very mild. Then, let's move on to the... Yeah. Just from trying the onions and the duck, I can taste the duck. And so I'm sure it's duck. And I don't love duck, actually. No do I like that. I feel like I like broccoli a lot. The amount it's cooked, where it's still really firm, fantastic. The flavor does not go with duck. It tastes almost like if you cooked broccoli in fish oil. Or, yeah, that's what it tastes like to me. If you cooked broccoli in fish oil. You know, I don't like duck. Alright, so, what? I forgot. Mushrooms are a 4. They normally is 6, they're 4. Broccoli is a clean 3. It's not delicious. The duck is a 5. The duck is a 5. I've had duck multiple times, and I think it's mostly that not that I don't eat it, that I don't like a ton of duck. So actually, as a side dish, I think it works okay. It's a long ass video, isn't it? Chicken tastes great. This sauce on it is actually fantastic. If it were hot, it would actually be good. But it's not hot, so it's a 7. We're wrapping this bad boy up. Or the same thing. Like, we don't have any soy sauce. We don't have anything to put this on. It's just by itself. As expected. The inside has noodle and meat and onions in it. I don't know why there's always noodles in it. There's always noodles in it. That's also 7. Actually, even though, actually, I lied. The chicken's an 8. The chicken's actually, because the sauce on it is really, really actually great. Alright, guys. That's it for today. There's no breakfast. I forgot to record it.